By the way, happy holidays to everyone. And that's just so I can do the quick sound check before the actual scheduled time, because there we go. Nobody, you know, nobody wants to do a live and then find out that, they're doing it and they're going for it, and they're like 10 or 15 minutes into it, and they realize nobody can hear me. Nobody can hear what I'm saying. My lips are moving, but nobody knows what's going on. And that's actually happened to me a few times. It really has. And it is very embarrassing. Now, luckily, I'm usually um, looking over the chat and looking for comments. And usually people will tell you, your lips are moving, but there's no sound. Where's the sound, man? Um, so there you have that. So we're about 1 minute before. Now, unfortunately, I did not promote this show the way I should have, or at all for that matter. So that being said, don't worry if you missed this live or you missed the live on Friday. I know this week is a crazy week. It's Thanksgiving week for those that celebrate it. And normally, today, Wednesday, it'd be a big, huge rush day. And then, of course, tomorrow, being the actual holiday, would be another huge rush day. And then Friday's kind of the day everyone kind of decompresses, but these days, with Black Friday being what it is, in a lot of places, start it early, like on actual Thursday. Even Friday can be crazy. So I don't know what to say. It's pretty hard to run your business and try to get some nice relaxing time when you're all messed up about the holidays. All right, now that being said, um, messed up over the holidays. So that being said, tomorrow there will be no show. The last thing I want to do is give you guys one more thing you feel that you need to do during this crazy holiday period. But there will be one Friday at 2 p.m., same time as today, 5 p.m. for those of you on the East Coast. So let's get right into it. To share, 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 and play. All right. Okay, so training. You're going to hear a lot about training, about how you can't spend too much time or money on training, how important training is, and how if you're not training yourself constantly to improve, you're probably not very serious about your business. You you want to have training, yes, and you want it to be continuing, yes, but you also want to have some common sense with it, okay? And ask yourself this very, very important question: does the training you're looking at right now improve your business? That's the question everybody needs to ask themselves before I spend any money or time. And remember, in previous trainings, we've ascertained, or we've figured out, time is much more valuable than money. The reason being is you can always make more money, but you can never make more time. I'll take that for what it is. So right now we're going to go through some, what do you call it? Uh, Hypothetical training packages, and how we evaluate the training package. Okay. This is not a reflection on any training packages that are out there right now. None whatsoever. So don't say, hey, that sounds like the program I'm in now. And no, no, no. This isn't indicative of any single training. It's an accumulated opinion based on my experience of the past 10 years. Now, hypothetically, training package A, training package A. It's a new business opportunity. It's going to teach you completely new skills, and it has a big learning curve. Are you sure you want to do this? Okay. Training package A will be the hardest to monetize because of the learning curve. Because you not only have to learn these new skills, but you have to hammer them out into a daily routine. No matter what you do, if you are serious about a business, and I mean a profitable business where you can actually count on the income, that's the big difference. That's the huge difference there. I know a lot of people online who are running online businesses, and unfortunately, they cannot count on their income. They literally have no idea what they're going to make next month, or the month after that, or the month after that. They aren't really sure how much, if anything, they're going to make today, or tomorrow, or the next day. So if you're already struggling with a business, this training package A is not for you. Now, on the flip side of that coin, if you have no business whatsoever, you're just looking at, you're hearing about all these people making all kinds of money online, and they're changing their lives, and, moving to exotic tropical locations and living their lives there. Um, Sorry about that, guys. I just had a brain fart. And you're like, hey, I want to get in on that. Then training package A is probably for you. Okay. So there's no good or bad. It's just good for you right now, or it's not good for you right now. So, new business opportunity, you're going to have to learn new skills. You're going to have to hammer them out into a daily routine, and you're going to have to get over that learning curve. Now, let's look at a different training package. Let's look at training package B. Okay. Training package B is for people who already have an online business. So when you're looking at training package B, enhancing your current skill set, you can monetize the training immediately and require some organizational changes. So if you could learn something, train on something today, right now, that you already know how to do, you just need to learn how to do it better. And because you already know how to do it and you just need some help, a little coaching, some tips, who knows? It just depends on where you're at. Something like that is very easily monetized. And it comes very immediate. I'm talking within a few days. But the downside of it is it will require some organizational changes. And that is something you're going to have to really consider. Can I change the way I'm running things right now? Can I move things around? Can I organize my schedule? If people are helping me, can I change when they help me, or if I need their help at all? These things, organize the way you run your organization. Okay, now you're probably saying, all right, so which one is right? Which one is wrong? Which is the better way? Which is the worst way? Which is the right way? Which is the wrong way? That is not what today is about. You see, when it comes to education, when it comes to training, people out there will say, with education, it's all good. There's no such thing as bad education. If you're learning something new, you're spending your time wisely. That's terrific. If you're if you're if you have extra time at the end of your day and you want to spend it on a hobby, then all that I just said applies to your hobby time. However, with a business, you have to be more methodical, you have to be more disciplined. And you can't just learn things willy nilly. You just can't. For instance, I knew someone, and they would always push for people to learn new technical skills because you're online, you're on the internet, you couldn't possibly have too many technical skills in your belt, you know? So they're always pushing for this, and there's nothing wrong with it, okay? Except for how are you going to monetize those skills? Do you even want to monetize those skills? Is that something you're even interested in doing, or is it more like punishment time? The reason why I say that is because when it comes to the technical things, you can always hire someone to do them for you. You can always pay someone to build your website. You can always pay someone to put together your pages for you. It just depends on you and what you want to do and how you want to run your business. Now, the funny thing is, these same people would also recommend that rather than try to build your own website or build your own pages or put together your own funnels, that you hire an expert to do that for you so that you can come out strong and looking very professional. None of this is bad advice. Don't get me wrong. I'm not poo pooing and saying this is horrible advice. It's just not easily monetized advice. Okay, you're not going to make a steady stream of income on advice like that is not applied without common sense. So basically, the right choice really depends on you. And when I say depends on you, it's not whether or not you are willing to do it, or, oh, you're lazy, get off the couch, I'm going to call you a bunch of names. No, 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 no. The right choice depends on you because it depends on where you're at with your online business. Do you even have an online business? If you do, are you currently making money with your business? Do you love your online business? Is it something you look forward to doing? Is your current business at its best? Okay, these are super important questions. Now, the first question is very obvious, and it's important, but because it's so obvious, it almost becomes like trivia. Do you have an online business right now? Yes or no? If yes, you do, then the other three questions applies. If you do not, then we actually have to go backwards and say we need a new business and we might have to learn some new skills. So, what will that business be? And that's a training for another time. Just make it something you absolutely love doing, something that you would do for free, or maybe something that you have done for free just because you love it so much. Um, a lot of hobbies, sometimes it takes a little bit of an imagination to figure out how to monetize a hobby. One of my favorite hobbies is I collect comic books. And I got to tell you, in my mind, I could not possibly spend too much money on comic books. Um, I could read them all day long. I enjoy them. I love to buy them. I love to sell them. Ah, there you go. So, what was my first stop? eBay, of course. And I started selling comic books on eBay. And then I started selling other things on eBay. And then, I go to a garage sale and I'm there for the comic books, right? But, someone beat me to them. What else do they have there? Who knows? Let's take a look around. That type of thing. I, it came really easy to me. I really loved doing it. And for me, it was basically a no brainer. Um, and I am currently making money at it. I love it. But is it at its best right now? No, it is not at its best. It's not. And there's a lot of reasons for that. But one of the main reasons why it wasn't is because previously all I could do is put up 20 listings a day and be like, oh, this is good. Yeah, we're going to get into that. We're going to get into that. So, and this is going to be quicker than usual, um, just because there's a lot of thinking on your end. And I really don't want to color your decision or influence your decision at all, because when you choose your online business, it has to be something you love to do. You really got to sit down and make a list and think about it. And because this is going to be your thing when you're not working your regular job or you're not spending time with your family and friends, you're going to be working this business. So it's got to be something you love to do. Otherwise, it's going to be just like your current job, and you will eventually grow to hate it, and you will work real hard to try to replace it. And that's not what business is. That's not what it's about. Believe me. So, the fastest way to make more money right now, enhance your current skill set, reorganize your work area, prioritize your time. Can you get 3 days of work done in one? I did. I did the above last week. I did all of the above last week, and it tripled my sales. I'm not bragging. I'm not boasting. Not even trying to hype everything up. Nope. I'm just telling you what happened. And the weirdest thing about it, I didn't pay $5,000 for the training. I didn't pay 3,000. I did not pay 2,000. I didn't pay 500. I didn't pay 100. I spent about, I want to say 6 hours, maybe roughly 6 hours, watching a 90-minute YouTube video. And in this YouTube video, this person, actually, I should actually give them credit here. So their YouTube handle is My Boring Reseller Life. And this person made this 90-minute video, and I didn't believe it. The video was entitled something like "Put Up 200 Listings in One Day." Now, when when I read that title, I was angry. I was really, really angry. My friend Jeff Beeman, he's the person I do the Two Guys Reselling with on Tuesdays. We've been friends, I want to say, since like 2013, 2014, right in there. And the funny thing is, we've never met in person, but I swear I know this guy. All of our dealings have been online. We've done lives together. We've done projects together. So he would talk about this person. So I recognize the name. So I'm like, well, all right, fine. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, and I'll watch the video. When I saw it, it made me feel like an idiot. It's like, why couldn't I figure this out for myself? Why did I have to be taught this? So I already know how to put up listings on eBay. Okay. Oh, someone's practicing their trumpet. I got my window open because it's like 72 degrees right out there. It's Southern California fall. So anyway, sorry about that. I didn't mean to sidetrack like that. So I already know how to list on eBay. So I'm enhancing my current skill set. Yes, I did have to reorganize my work area. I usually have a drafting table over here. Let me reduce this real quick. There we go. Okay. So I usually have a draft over here. And I had to move it because that's the table I like to take pictures on. The reason why I like to use a drafting table is because the table tilts. It tilts up, down. So it could be flush, straight up. It could be completely flat, or it could be raised at various angles. And I thought that was, for a table for photography, that's where it's at. We've got a standing desk that should be here shortly. So this table I'm now using for my desk is going to be the permanent order packing station table, basically, where we're just going to do nothing in that area but pack orders. And then I'll have a standing desk so that I can stand and work that much faster. The way I prioritized my time is when I started to list, I ignore everyone. If I'm taking pictures and I get a message or something, I ignore it. Or I even turn my messaging stuff off. Um, I turned the notifications off on my phone. The reason for that, though, isn't at first wasn't for so I could get a bunch of work done. It was primarily because when you're taking pictures and these notifications keep on popping up, you can accidentally, instead of clicking the picture, you click on the notification, and it's really irritating, especially when you're trying to get a bunch of stuff done in a certain amount of time. So not only prioritize your time, but protect your time. Now for me, this is all about listing on eBay. For you, it could be something completely different. You know, just depends on what it is your business is right now. But I'm going to share this story because it's so perfect. It's so perfect. So okay, so my boring reseller life. This person was unbelievable. Here it is. I saved it. I saved it. I'm gonna hit pause. Okay, cool, 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 cool. Oh, that's not a good picture of it. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm gonna bring this in on the screen share. Save this. And here you go. So my boring reseller life. This person has 11.8 thousand subscribers. Okay. They've got 1.4 thousand likes, 229 comments, 33,000 views. So this person boasted that they could put up 200 listings in one day. I cannot do this. The most I've gotten up so far is 75. But hear me now. I went from only getting up 20 listings a day on average to being able to throw up 75 listings just because of this person's advice that he freely gave away. All right. Now, he has, he meets all the requirements to monetize page. And the only monetization on here is just a thank you button. Show support with super thanks. And we're actually going to do that. I've already given him one heck of a right here where I thanked him for teaching me and told him uh, everything he was able to help with. And the funny thing about it is, if I had to do like a Costco run or any other type of errands outdoors, and I didn't get home until like right before lunchtime, and I didn't start listing until about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I wouldn't get 20 listings done that day. I'd get like 15, 14, 12, um, which is horrible. So I went from the first day I tried to use his stuff, it was a lot of reorganization. So that day I only got up 16 listings. And then the next day I got up 50. And then the next day I got up 75. And then the next day I took a day off. Because I was tired. Well, because you figure 16 and 50 is 66. Plus the 75, a 1, it's like 146 listings, something like that. That's embarrassing. Let me bring this up. Let's do the calculator. I used to be really good at math in my head, but not so much. 141 listings. So I was off by five. I knew the math. I knew my math in the head was wrong. 141 listings in 3 days. Okay. So normally in 3 days, I would only get 60 listings up, but I got 141. That's massive. That's massive. Uh, that's such a big difference. That's more than double. And the sales that I have coming in really reflects that. So this week being Thanksgiving week would just kill me because I'd only have like Monday, Tuesday, maybe half a day on Wednesday, Thursday shot because of the holiday, and then come back Friday and Saturday and try to get up as much as I could in holiday weeks, the whole week. Normally I would only get up about 60 listings for the whole week from the Monday all the way through the Sunday because of all the extra stuff that gets thrown at you. You got to spend extra time on the phone with family and friends. And now we've got all this video messaging capabilities. And it sounds like I'm complaining, but I'm not. I'm just saying there's only one of you, and we only live in one current time stream. So that being said, there's only so many things we can get done in a certain period of time. So far for this week, keep it in mind, it's only Wednesday afternoon. I already have 100 listings up. So think about that now. Usually it would take me Monday through Friday to get up 100 listings. I worked at a very relaxed pace, and I woke up this morning, Wednesday morning, with 100 listings on the books already. So you can use training to vastly change your life for the better. Okay. Or you can slide into this quagmire training phase and spend a lot of money and time on training and make absolutely no money whatsoever. So, kind of keep that in mind. The fastest way to make more money, enhance your current skill set, reorganize your work area, prioritize your time, and concentrate on getting 3 days of work done in as little as 1 day. So for me, that I did that when I threw up the 75 listings in 1 day. It was 1 day, 75 listings. Normally on 3 days, I'd only get up 60 listings. So I did more. I did 15 more than that. So I put 3 good days and one less day together into 1 day of work. And yes, I'm not joking. It really did triple my sales on eBay. Now, when I'm talking about reorganizing, this is something funny and I want to share it with you. I used a listing management software called List Perfectly. Now, this is perfectly good software. It's reliable and it worked well for me for all the time I've used it. Okay. However, I noticed that my boring reseller life did not use that software. So I'm taking his process and applying it to the list management software List Perfectly, and found out that List Perfectly was slowing me down, massively slowing me down. Now, their thing is they're supposed to be able to speed up your listing. Well, the problem with the software is number one, you can only edit one listing at a time. They don't really have a bulk editor where you can do one thing and apply it to your listings. That's the first problem. Second problem is it didn't really help you with inventory. It didn't help you at all with that. So if I sold something on eBay, I had to go into List Perfectly, change the quantity of my sale, and then click on Macari and Poshmark and update the listings on their site to reflect the sale. The page would open up, and then I'm on their site in a new tab. And more times than not, I had to make the change manually, unless I was selling out of something. It would always do that. It would always mark it sold and then be gone with it, delete it from the platform. The problem I was having was I noticed on that first day when I only got 16 listings up that the software was slowing me down massively. And the biggest reason for the slowdown was eBay's item specifics. eBay nowadays, more so now than ever before, has this huge item specific list on just about anything you're going to put up. And they want you to go through and check as much off as you can on that. So my boring reseller life taught us how to make templates and how to deal with all of those in the template, so that every time you put up a similar listing, you don't have to go back and redo all the item specifics. When using List Perfectly, every time I listed a similar item, I had to go through and basically redo the item specifics. That was time consuming. And it's something I was doing over and over and over again, whereas I should have only had to do it one time. And no, they did not have a way to build a template so that you could manipulate all of the item specifics on eBay through their system. They had very few of the item specifics included that eBay considered essential. So that being said, not only was the training free, but now I'm saving roughly $70 a month because I'm no longer paying for their software. Why would I pay for software that's going to slow down my process? When I discontinued using that software and I followed his instructions to a T and was like, oh, wow, this is much faster. That next day, boom, 50 was done. Just bam, crank them out. And again, it was a half day. I didn't get started until, I want to say 2:30, 3 o'clock. Okay, so that's the end of today. That's the end of our training today. Did I learn a new skill or did I enhance a current skill? So I learned some new organizational skills, but I enhanced some skills I've already possessed. And if you are a reseller, I highly, highly recommend you watch his video because it is amazing and it will change basically it'll change your life. It really will. There's nothing fancy about it. He doesn't have a bunch of very expensive, costly equipment that you're required to buy. There's no membership to become a part of. It's just getting better at throwing up listings quickly and making some more money. All right, y'all. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate your time. If you have any questions at all, if you can't find my reseller life on YouTube for whatever reason, it doesn't matter. Just hit me up, send me a message. I will get back to you and help you out with whatever you need. So thank you so much, everyone, and have a great day.